Hey everybody, we're going to come back to Dawn of War again for another game, and this game features me as the Eldar here, the sort of red coloured Eldar, up against a Tau player. This is the Tau Empire, one of the races that got added to Dawn of War in the Dark Crusade expansion. And for this game, I'm just trying out another resolution setting. I've got the resolution on a bit higher, but I've got the frames per second a little bit slower, so kind of like showing you guys a very sped up slideshow of a game. But it'll have to do for now. And also, I've finally realized that replays are going to look a lot better for me commentating if I actually bring the menu bar down the bottom, just minimize it, which is a cool thing you can do in Dawn of War. Dawn of War has a few sort of cool functions which other real-time strategy games doesn't have, so you've got to make the most of them given the fact that there are some drawbacks to this game, some bugs and lack of functionality in certain areas. But I've switched over to the view of the Tau so that you can actually see these warriors, these stealth suit warriors. They start the game invisible. You need detection to see them, which makes them really cool for going around and capturing points, because they can't be harassed while they're doing that until your opponent has vision, has some detection. And because I'm playing Eldar, I need warlocks upgraded within my Guardian squads to be able to do that. Now immediately he's harassing me with a group of units called Vespids, and these quite dangerous harassment units because they're good in combat and they can also fly, they can jump around the map. They also have a special ability to do additional damage to enemy buildings, and that's what he's doing straight away. What he's doing here is just harassing my listening post and getting rid of it. So I'm having to try and rebuild it before he actually goes ahead and decaptures my point. And I've got Dark Templars earlier on. I've chosen a build here which allows me to get plenty of Dark Templars at the start of the game to prevent harassment just like this. Don't really want to go for fast here or anything because I want to have as much firepower early on as possible so I can stop him from just harassing me with units such as this, the Vespids. Now the map is called Shrine of Excellion, and it partly refers to this space in the middle of the map here. And by the way, Dark Reapers in the center of the map being harassed in close combat by these Vespids already. So what I wanted to do here is just bring in a second squad of Dark Reapers, got them on fleet of foot, trying to take them off fleet of foot while I'm firing, of course. And there we go there. And just keeping one squad out of range of the combat and shooting at the squad that's in combat, and meanwhile moving the squad that's in combat away, thanks to fleet of foot. And meanwhile doing this, I've got my Guardians zipping around the map, capturing points so that I can actually get an economic lead later on in the game. But here we've got a firefight already. We've got some Tau Fire Warriors, and I know that Tau Fire Warriors aren't very good in combat at all. They're mainly shooting units, and because the Guardians are a little bit more versatile, they can just attack the Fire Warriors in combat straight away, which is good. He's got a Tau Commander out, and wow, this really is a slideshow, isn't it? Sorry about that, guys, but I'm just trying out the setting, see how we go with it. I can't really get you anything better until I upgrade my computer, which I'm looking to do not too far in the future, but we'll see how that goes. But a couple of things going on here. We've got the two groups of Dark Reapers getting rid of the Vespids, and they have actually shot down all of the Vespids now. And this leaves the Tau player with only a commander and a squad of Fire Warriors. So fortunately I've got several squads able to keep them busy while I've got an additional squad shooting. But this commander is providing me a little bit of a problem, so surrounding him with 3 squads, getting into combat. The Tau commander is a all-shooting unit, just characteristic of the Tau race being mainly firepower. And the Tau commander, as such, cannot fight in close combat, but he's got flamers and cool stuff and a jetpack, so he's quite effective. And at this point I've brought in a 4th squad here. The other squad of Guardians finished capping all of the points around the map that were available to me, and now I've got 4 whole squads available to actually start shooting stuff if you're able to see what's going on. So this is the Tau commander in the middle of it, flaming away at me, but I've got 4 squads just blazing away at him, and it should be no problem for me to actually deal to him there. And I've got Bone Singers following up around the map, getting listening posts. Now this little thing in the center of the map here, in the center of the screen, you can see is a snare trap, and that's a really cool Tau ability. And it's like a trap that if you move your units close to it, it'll go off and totally slow down your units, which makes it a lethal combination with Tau Firepower, because with Tau Fire Warriors being so good at ranged combat, they will just light you up if they see you being affected by that snare trap, and that's what's so powerful about it. It allows you to retreat with your ranged units, lay the snare down. Your enemy's melee units can't follow you without running into the trap and getting obliterated by your Tower Fire Warriors later on in the game. So that's quite cool. What I'm planning on doing is actually just playing through some more of the races. I've played a lot of Eldar recently. I'm really getting the hang of it. It's a pretty low skill ceiling game. I've figured out like the tech tree and how to use all of the units, and I've got a basic ability to micro in this game. So to keep it fun and interesting, as the intention was when I bought this game, was in order to keep this fun and interesting, as I said, I'm going to play some other races. I'm actually switching to Chaos at the moment, Chaos Space Marines, and practicing with them, so you might see some commentaries with me playing Chaos, which will be fun. And for any games where I feel I necessarily want the best chance of winning, I'll be playing Eldar because they're my favoured race. But yeah, to keep the game fun, I'll be playing some other races as well. And here's some Howling Banshees, another cool unit which is not particularly good earlier in the game. It's quite a vulnerable unit and not the most cost-effective relative to the other Eldar units available, but I really like using Howling Banshees if I can. Makes the game fun. It makes it easier too if you've got a unit to head into combat and just chase the enemy rather than having to micro it around, keep running, shooting, taking off Fleet of Foot. With Howling Banshees you can just leave Fleet of Foot on because you're only using them in combat. As you can see here, just charging and taking some swipes at Tau units, and I've got a whole bunch of firepower units backed up. Looks like he's only got 1 or 2 squads of Fire Warriors, so I'm able to bring in the Banshees to close range, start thrashing them in close range with those power swords, and this battle is starting to go my way. I've got plenty of units in the background. I've really focused on tier 1 in this game just to try and overpower my opponent. Hopefully get all of the points that I can secured, and just keep him on the back foot, force him to keep reinforcing his units, and win the game that way. So at this point, he's retreating to his base. I've got the Howling Banshees in hot pursuit. I've got plenty of firepower units just following along, and this should be no problem after this. Excuse me. And there's a snare trap about to go off all over my Dark Reapers. As you can see, it's quite close here. So as soon as another group of units move past it, bam, there's the snare trap. So all of the units covered in the blue light there have been slowed down. But it's not really going to affect me too much because the Howling Banshees have tied up his units. He can't fire at me while I'm snare trapped. And his commander's just gone down. So it looks like the Eldar are going to be running over the tower here, and he's quit the game. So nice, short, sharp game. Just demonstrating Eldar versus Tower on Shrine of Excellion. Hope you guys enjoyed that one. Very short and sweet, as I said, and bringing you some more stuff soon. See you later.